Hello and welcome to the back nine of round 3 of the Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf Championship presented by Innova. It's a PDGA A tier out here at Winthrop University. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.
Nothing. Just silence for you all. Just enjoy this nice fall feeling day. We're doing disc golf. It's happening. You don't always have to hear us talk.
It's the end of the season, so we are getting through it. Eveliina getting through it as well. 3 strokes separating her from second place in a Blomroos in a million-way tie. No, 3-way tie only with Kristen Tatar and Ezra middling from the chase card.
Saw a couple eagles from Ella and Holyn to finish the round, getting Ella under par and Holyn to 1 over.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, you sure can.
Just take an eagle.
Uh-huh. Hole 10 is a par 3, 331 feet. You have to carry OB for at least 300 feet of that, probably. Well, actually, we'll call it 295 because we just like to say distances that may or may not be true. If you do not land in bounds, there is a drop zone in circle 2, makeable putt, but, pressure-filled putt to save par. Pretty much a straight headwind, if I remember correctly.
No, I think it was a little more taily.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember. Looks like a left-to-right cross according to the flags.
There was wind.
There was wind out there. It existed, and you were thinking about it.
Ella's not. Horizon PD, just easy.
Yeah, it plays a little bit uphill, so it does play a little longer than that 330 clocked. This one is pretty stock, though. Everyone should make it across.
Yeah, you don't feel very good about yourself if you don't make it across.
No, and it's just about trying to get your putt in the basket that is slightly elevated.
The one thing I'll say about this hole, as far as, I think you need to throw over that bush or get some turn on the disc, for the middle of the pack. The right side of the, wow, nice shot from Eveliina. The right side, as you're looking at it from the tee pad, has a little bit more room and a little bit more inbounds area. The farther left you go, the farther you have to carry to be inbounds. Eveliina parked that with a Champion Thunderbird. Henna looked at what Eveliina was throwing, was like, okay, Champ Thunderbird, got it.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Second easiest hole of the day with 43% of the field birdieing and 65 just getting to circle 1 with a look.
Ella coming up short on that birdie look. Wouldn't that be funny if when Henna and Eveliina played, they just threw whoever was top of the box, decided what they were both throwing?
Challenge. Now I want to do that.
Right? Henna, 2 birdies in a row, moving to 3 down on the round. I have no statistics to back it up, but I have a feeling that Henna has had the fewest bogeys. Her scorecards have been so clean.
Holyn finally converting her first birdie of the round.
Oh my God, that's crazy. She got the eagle, but that was her first birdie. Huh. That was a mean one.
Yeah, that didn't look like too bad of a putt, just right through the middle.
I mean, it was left side and hyzered, but should have stayed. The thing that's going to hurt is if she lets that affect her moving forward.
Which her mental game seems so clean right now. She said she's just out there trying to have fun. She's got James Proctor on the back. She's got a good card.
He's pretty boring. He's zero fun.
Hole 11, 598 feet. This was a little bit more of a tailwind at first, but then once you got to about halfway down the fairway, there was a little bit more of a right to left wind, I think. It's so weird because it's just different from what we're used to out here. It's difficult to remember. The landing zone that you see first is about 280 to 300 feet away. Ideally, you want to land further into that land zone to really shorten your second shot. That's a little bit more blind.
Ooh. Nice. Holyn playing with that OB circle a little more than you'd like. I feel like she has the coolest walk-offs. You know what I mean?
She usually has the, power frown going, very focused face.
I do know.
But she just walked off with a nice big smile.
Medium smile.
Medium smile. But it wasn't the serious Holyn.
Henna with a more textbook play. That's about as far as you want to get to comfortably go across to attack for birdie. Any shorter than that, and you're thinking about it a little too much, I think. This looks like a slow speed disc here from Ella. That's a S-Line MD3.
I like this play. It makes a lot of sense. I actually tried to do it today,
Oh, yeah?
but with a distance driver, and it's very easy to go way far left. So it's very impressive to watch Ella throw these slow speed discs so well.
I didn't notice, but Holyn's was also a Z-Swirl Buzz. So they're
Okay.
both disking way down versus Henna and Eveliina going Champion Thunderbird again.
Eveliina pushing that OB line deep, but it's going to make her second shot so much easier.
I don't think we're going to see any layups here.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Ella just throws these things so high.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And she's safe in circle 2.
It's just hard to imagine how you gauge distance with that much height. But she's good at it.
Henna leaving it out to the right, which is a good play. There's more room to work over there. Gonna have a bit of a putt, though, for the birdie. And the difficult part is Ella's gonna have the uphill putt, which is a little preferable to the downhill putt for Henna. Holyn, man, no one ever lands there. I was gonna say it's kind of nice because she can see a little bit more of the landscape than you usually can, but she throws it a little too high and hyzered.
Kind of surprised she didn't go forehand. I feel like she's in such a perfect place to throw that power forehand right up where she landed.
Ooh, what a shot
Nice.
from Eveliina. I'm trying to remember. I think during my round I said this whole feels like a video game, kind of.
It does.
Like the way it's designed with the rocks and all the OB.
I like that we can hear the trees right now, too. Yeah, it's extra video game-like.
Ooh, stepper.
Wow.
Oh, with the point. Sick. Super clean putt.
Yes.
Her caddy celebrating before it was even in the basket. Do the point. Slow motion point. Dang it. It's slow motion in my head.
Henna with a scary putt. Soft bid, and oh no, the dreaded roll away.
It's so hard to commit on those downhill putts.
Oh, man. This green, I think, is a big factor in why it plays as one of the most difficult holes every day. It's the third most difficult hole today.
Not for Eveliina.
Nice. Yeah, 43% of the field taking a bogey or worse.
And Eveliina looking really strong out there today.
Mm-hmm. And Eveliina birding the ones that are the hardest holes of the day. Looking so strong.
Chris and Tatar charging still. Oh, and Eliezer.
6 down through 11 and 5 down through 11. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hole 12, par 5, 901 feet. I think our longest par 5, if I remember correctly. You're throwing downhill. You want to miss this OB circle. You usually see short or left of it. Second shot, you want to be kind of left on this hillside. Third shot, you want to carry over this OB and try to park the hole, obviously, and get a birdie. This is one of those stroke and distance holes where if you land in the OB, you either have to throw from your previous lie or the drop zone. So it's just so much mental pressure knowing that you have to get across. And you can't take it from where you last went out. You just have to throw the same shot if you mess up. It sucks.
Ella very comfortable with the flight of her disc. Getting over that hill. It doesn't quite matter where you land on this drive as long as it's inbounds. What's really important is getting your second shot up on that hill high on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
If you do go out of bounds, there is a drop zone that's probably about 80 feet in front of where Eveliina just landed.
We saw that from Henna yesterday. She went OB left and then got to progress to the drop zone and then had a weirdly easy par. It was so strange.
It's a helpful drop zone if you go OB early, a very bad drop zone if you go OB later.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty shot from Holyn. Even though it doesn't super matter where you land, I think it is better to land where Holyn did than where Ella and Eveliina did. Just
a little higher on the
footing,
hill.
You know? Oh, man.
Yeah, I think just when you can throw it this far, you're just not, you don't really care that
much,
you know? Because they can still probably throw standstills to the appropriate landing zone from there.
Yeah, I like imagining what it would be like to throw that far. Just speculating what they think.
Yeah, Eveliina's going about, I would say 60 feet, maybe 50 or 60 feet past the landing zone most of the FPO field is aiming for.
And she gets way down there, but she's a little
low
right.
Yep,
she's probably not going to be able to see the pin from there.
You can see Ella more sawing one off and trying to go more left and high on the hill, and that is
ideal.
Perfect. Yeah,
and it's only a difference of 30 feet there, but being able to see the pin is just a huge difference maker. It kind of looks like Holyn's trying to go huge here.
I do like this play.
Okay, pretty normal. For a second there, I was like, what is she thinking?
Again,
I mean, that is huge.
Yeah, she's a little low, too. I wonder if she'll be able to see much of the flagstick from there.
She's so much farther than you and I have ever been, though, into that maybe she can.
We'll find out.
I'm excited. And Henna, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
okay, they are a lot farther.
They're so far.
They're so
like,
far.
Look.
Okay.
Oh, even Ella can see it.
Yep.
Man, what is it like?
And they're just throwing little chip sidearms too. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's a different game.
We're just here to tell people how impressive this is.
It really is.
It really is.
Eveliina, just a little putter chip shot.
You go back about 40, 50 feet from where they are and you cannot see the pin.
Yep. And you're having to throw a faster disc to try to land on this green. These bricks can act as a roller. We saw Kristen get a nasty roll away yesterday.
Yeah.
So erroring either to the right or to the left and not trying to land right on the pin is good.
Turns out this is the easiest hole in the world.
It sure is. Wow, Holyn so far down there.
I can't with this.
So far. Okay. That white line is just the edge of circle. The OB is into circle too.
Yeah, it's the tall grass.
Yay.
Great putt from Holyn.
There we go. She's been all over the basket.
Man, we're going to see a star frame on this one because that is pretty cool.
Yeah. Ella and Holyn both starting to heat up a little as we got into the back nine.
Do it for the fans. No. I gotta shut my big mouth. I was excited.
Definitely
it's
your
a hard
fault.
hole. Like, they made it look so easy. It definitely is my fault.
Boo.
Yeah.
Hot geese.
Yeah.
Boo.
Just don't say geese. It's me. Lone goose. Boo.
3 birdies is great on this hole. But it says, wow, the stats say that 50% of the field birdie
No
this
way.
hole. Yeah,
That's huge.
That's so cool.
That's way more than the other days.
Yeah, this usually plays as one of the harder holes, so mad props to the FPO field. You guys are killing it.
Nuts.
My name's Chuck Ray. I'm the athletic director here at Winthrop University. The worldwide recognition that we get here at Winthrop because of what U.S. Disc Golf and INNOVA has done has been incredible, especially with this 25th anniversary. We want to really celebrate this opportunity and what it can do for disc golf and what it can do for us at Winthrop. And I think this is only just the beginning.
Hole 13, the hill hole. This sidewalk on the right-hand side of the fairway is out of bounds. The woods line is safe, but you don't want to go in there. It gets very dense very quickly. We are using the B placement pin, a lot shorter than the A placement, but tucked around this corner, right on the other side of an out-of-bounds tree area. If you can get your drive even a little bit far down the fairway, you don't even have to go huge. It's a pretty simple forehand chip shot.
We are seeing some of these ladies go huge, though, to make it an extra short little chippy shot. That's great for Mello. This hole played so much easier in that short pin position on the right.
It did it again today.
I love it.
It does really bring the OB more into play, which is what I think keeps the hole having a lot of bogeys.
Holyn going to be in that woods line. Not too deep, though. Might be able to step out and save a birdie. This looks huge.
This shot is so fun to throw.
It is. I love this hole.
Me too.
I feel like this hole, I don't know, is maybe a little less fun for the men. But them less. Putting us up on this hillside is just the best. We all love it.
Whoa.
These are some big shots.
Nice.
Holyn up first here. Looks like a mid-range.
Oh, she's having to flex one to get it there. This is a high-risk shot.
High reward, though. Check that out. Sick.
Wow.
So good. Holyn's so funny when she sticks her tongue out. You know it's good. Oh, so good. Ella able to go more of a pure hyzer shot. And, I mean, she's probably only about 5 feet away from out of bounds right there. But a great shot.
Yeah, she looked very comfortable about it. Eveliina a little bit more pinched on the right. She takes to the sky.
It's like, I'm guessing that's her Firebird. And that's a more typical play to go deep. Make sure you're not messing with the OB, but have a little bit more of a putt.
Henna, of course, going to pull out a backhand when everyone else is throwing sidearms.
Classic. But she's so far. Like, look. That's almost a straight shot rather than...
straight shot. Wow.
Wild.
Wow.
Just breaking the game. No wonder they keep making all the courses harder. Dang, that looked like a strong bid from Eveliina. Little right side.
But just like Ella and Holyn said in their interviews, post-round interviews yesterday, we said the same thing in our practice rounds. Like, we knew there was going to be people out here shooting double digits. It was going to be more lower scores than last year significantly. The FPO game is just unreal right now, and we're playing such hard courses all year long consistently that this course almost feels like just another one of the courses we play, whereas it used to be just the most difficult course ever.
Yeah, like so stressful. Now it's like, it is what it is.
Yep, OB everywhere, death putt's cool.
I think there's one drop zone that's easier, but one that's harder, and then otherwise, like change-wise, there's not that much difference. So it really is a testament to how strong the field is getting.
3 birdies from our lead card.
Hole 14, par 3, 261 feet. The drone just flew the backhand line. For the right-handed player, you see a lot of kind of like flip up. I like a mid-range personally, but you do see some faster speed or some slower speed. Again, just throw what's comfortable. The way the tee pad is lined up and what we are seeing more and more of is the sidearm play. The tall grass on the other side of the hay bales is all hazard. So you throw from where it is. This is something I've never seen before.
Me neither.
Up and over.
Oh.
Mean little bounce into the hazard for Ella. Usually you see the straight shot through the gap. Is Holyn doing it too? It looks like it.
Is she going high?
Yeah. I think so.
Maybe that's the shot in this wind?
I don't know.
Question mark?
It's atypical, but neat. Not working out for either of them, though.
That was like a cool little Simpsons angle with those clouds. This played is the 4th most difficult hole of the day.
Huh.
It's because it's so easy to land in that hazard deep, and then it's almost an instant bogey. You can.
Ooh, I love this. Sit. Sit.
Yep, there it is.
I think she might be in. No, that's so close. Zoom in more.
We don't believe it. Replay.
Dang. Champion Rock X3 from Henna. It's so hard to control your speed. Like if I'm throwing a mid-range on this one, like I can't imagine these power throwers
Look at
trying to meter their speed.
Yeah, everyone just chucking it into the hazard. And
Bummer.
This is such an elevated basket. You can see how the pole is awkwardly tall.
Yeah, it just really thinks a lot of itself, doesn't it?
Looking down at all of us.
Yeah. Whoa. Great run
Hope
from
someone
Holyn.
on this card gives this basket a reality check.
Not so far. This is real life here. Come on, Henna. Man, Henna's was like legitimately a really good shot. It's such a bummer to see her in the hazard. And the haughty basket remains.
Yeah, this is why half the field got a bogey or worse, mostly just single bogeys, because this is what we're watching on our lead card is very common. A quarter of the field getting birdies, so that's cool.
Dang. All bows.
I don't know if we see that very often.
No, let's move on.
On the lead
Fast
card.
forward.
Get us out of here. I'm uncomfortable.
Eveliina now tied for first because Kristen Tatar is 8 down through 14.
Screaming up the leaderboard. She's so comfortable in the wind. Hole 15, 467 feet. A lovely multi-shot hole. You got to make that triple mando and ideally throw something fast because you want to get far down the fairway, making the second shot a lot easier. The basket is heavily guarded though. There's so many trees. It makes putting and approaching very interesting. If you miss the mando, there is a drop zone out to the right. It is a savable par from the drop zone, but a very technical second shot.
Ella just squeaking around the corner perfectly with
So
her
good.
Horizon PD.
She gets caught up in that middle section of trees, but as long as you push kind of into them, it's pretty simple to get to the green.
Yeah, sometimes you see some step out standstill type shots, but it's not very far. Ooh, love that. Super
Yeah.
straight
Love
shot.
that follow through. Everything about that shot was pretty.
It's her tour series Vulture. Check out all these ladies tour series if you want to support FPO.
Yeah, bye, women's discs.
Henna deciding for both her and Eveliina that it's a champion Thunderbird off the mando. All right, Eveliina, let's see it. I love those moments where you're just like,
That's one way.
all right.
Eveliina doesn't hit the mando as planned, but it works.
It works great. Little hovercraft action.
Backboard.
James Proctor calling for it to backboard towards the pin, and it
does.
does. All
Look
credit
at
to that
that.
shot goes to James Proctor.
Wow, that is very rare to happen, but that is so awesome.
Yeah, these trees are usually very dark and mysterious and punishing. Ooh, love this little flex from a knee from Henna.
Wow.
That was beautiful. I love the sidearm approach on this one. It's the more open side.
Okay,
to the
everyone's
left.
making this approach look just easy breezy.
I mean, if you get through the Mando, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I see a lot of people get tangled up early and a little bit right.
If you get tangled up on the corner, left corner especially, it's really difficult. But otherwise, like,
Nice.
eh.
Ella might have a little thinking to do. There's some guardian trees over there.
All right, I'm not going to jinx anything
Yeah,
about
don't-
star
don't even talk about it.
frames. Okay,
We're not even talking about
you're
it.
right. You're right. Although, that was really the hardest one. Come on, Henna. Oh, actually, it can be really tricky.
Yeah.
You can see all these like wavy little trees.
Does she have to go between two?
Dang it.
That was the hardest one, but you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I thought that Ella's would be. You just never know. Deep and like short right are so difficult, even if you're close.
3 birdies on the lead card. This played is the 5th most difficult hole of the day.
Wow.
Only 8 people got it, and we got to see 3 of them.
Nice. Ella gonna overtake Henna with that one. Ella now 5 down, leading the lead card in the round.
Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Down.
Hole 16 feels like a must get with 17 coming up. It's a par 3, 342 feet, hazard left and right. I like the straight flip up shot with a fairway. We're going to see these ladies likely throw some mid ranges though. Power sidearm is totally viable. I feel like I'm just going to not talk about the wind because it was weird all day. It's out there.
It was kind of swirly.
Let's see. Ella going C-line MD1 here.
Flags look a little like a tailwind, but it switched a few times, and I think
Looks
in
left to
multiple
right.
in multiple places down the fairway it also switched. There's some buildings and a baseball field around, so it's kind of whipping in.
Ella gets just inside the circle. I was hoping we would see this play. Totally there for the power sidearm player.
Wow.
Yeah, sweet.
The angle looked so crazy coming out of her hand, but that worked so well.
I think Holyn's just able to throw her forehands higher than anybody else in the field. She has so much power as an ESP force.
Yeah, Kristen gets good distance on her forehand, but it's a lot
They're-
lower and linear. For
Linear. Yeah, that's what they say. Eveliina, she just shrugs. It's fine. Oh, they're throwing different discs. Eveliina threw a Champion J. This is a Champion Rock 3
Hit a rock and stand. Hit a rock and stand.
into the hazard. Boy, that leaf didn't do anything to her. And for a long look at par save. This one, I don't know what it is. It just feels absolutely terrible to bogey. Like,
But it's not a easy tee shot by any means.
no, but
You
it just
almost-
feels like you got to do it because 17 and 18 always plays 2 of the hardest holes.
Yeah, you can have the purest intentions, but you still just have to have the tiniest bit of luck at the end if you are attacking the basket directly. You have to make long putts on this one, and Ella shows us exactly how that works.
Long guarded putts, unless you have the power sidearm. That's why I think we're going to see, as the game and the field develops more and more, I think we'll see more sidearms on this hole.
Yes.
Fantastic from Holyn. She's really putting together a beautiful back nine. Man, listen to that wind.
You've seen the flag change directions like 6 times in the last 30 seconds. An indicator of hole 17.
Fun one. Long, long walk to 17. Lots to think about.
What a great birdie from Holyn, Handley,
And Ella.
and Ella Hansen with the long putt. Kristen Tatar in
Whoa.
the solo lead now.
10 down through 16. Dang.
Wow. Hole 17, 254 feet of treacherous distance to cover downhill at this pizza-shaped green. We are in the right pin position today, a little bit closer to the hay bales, a little bit farther from the water. You just kind of want to sneak something over the hay. You can play safe here and just put it way out wide to the right. Maybe take an easy par. If you miss the island, there is a little bit of a drop zone. It's a pretty simple approach.
With a C-line FD3, just trying to get it inbound.
Yeah, super safe. We had a...
Towards the crust, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. We had a pretty consistent, I would say, headwind / right to left. I mean, left to right, sorry.
Holyn going ESP zone. Okay,
Wow.
through that tree. Cool.
Friendly tree.
Yeah, I think that helped her.
This played again as the most difficult hole of the day.
Freaking always.
53% of the field with a bogey or worse. A third of that doubles and triples. This is one that you can stack them up quick.
Eveliina with the champion Thunderbird, also safe on the island. Yeah, this is like, I would say, probably the hardest bogey save, maybe on tour.
Yeah.
It's really, I think double bogey is like the most common score if you don't land safe on the island initially.
Henna struggled with this one just a little bit yesterday.
It's close. Oh, I think that tree is being really friendly today.
Uh-huh.
I think Holyn.
4 for 4 safe?
Yep.
That is rare.
That tree must have not talked to the leaf from the last hole.
Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow after they collude. Gonna see some soft runs here. This is another one where if you go OB here, you would just have to re-putt, right? Yeah.
But you try not to think about that while you're
No,
putting.
of course not. Why would you think about that?
You try to
But,
block that out as far away
but
as possible.
That's why we're not seeing like some really aggressive runs here. Because you can't help but think about it a little bit.
Yep.
All pars, that's great.
Only 9 people getting to circle 1 and only 5 people converting for the birdie. But par is one. This is one of those holes where par feels great. You're
Beyond
like,
great.
bye. Sure will. I'll take it.
Sure will.
And run. Eveliina still in that second place spot. Kristen got through 17 clean.
Yeah, she did. Wow. What a round she's having. Wrapping it up, hole 18, par 5, 647. Not very far, but plenty of difficulty. OB water left, OB line on the right. You see a lot of sidearms or turnover backhands off the tee. Second shot, you're trying to get about halfway up the fairway and leave just kind of a simple hyzer approach shot to an elevated pin with a sharply sloping right to left green. Man, OB everywhere placement is key. There's wind again. I know we talked about this yesterday, but we saw Eliezer eagle it in round 1. There's footage of that, the only ever eagle we've ever seen on this hole, so check that out if you haven't seen it yet.
Although there was wind that you could feel very strongly on hole 17, it wasn't as bad on hole 18. It's
kind of that left to right.
yeah, it's back in the corner
largely.
though, where it's like a little bit more
I think
blocked.
especially on the next shot. But here, I think it was largely left to right. Yeah.
Favorable, especially for the forehand play.
Ella and Holyn both in great spots.
Yeah, you really just don't have to bite off a whole lot on this tee shot in order to get the birdie.
On any shot, really.
No.
You can really chop this one up into little bits and still get the birdie. Bits. Yep. Looking great. Henna going backhand. Love the force turn on, looks like a very stable disc. Let's see. Oh, Champion Rock 3. Not crazy stable, but she obviously knows that disc really well, puts a perfect amount of turn on it.
This is a backhand that you don't see a lot of players throwing.
No. Super risky. Oh, I think that's in
Wow.
bounds by maybe a foot.
Wow.
That ginkgo tree is like 5 feet from OB tops, maybe less.
It might be right on the line.
It might be like, yeah, it might be 1 foot. Sidearm is definitely the more common play. Ella does that perfectly.
It's always a little scary to throw this sidearm because you can land on angle and get that roll away out of bounds. You're just kind of hoping that it lays down.
Plus, the way the hill is sloped, throwing that hyzer is harder than it looks. You see a lot of accidental, like,
Flips.
force over, yeah, or throwing too straight. Oh, is Holyn trying to go for eagle? Did she see that Eliezer did it?
She's like, she can't be the...
She
Yes,
is. She is. Sit down.
I think with a little more height, that could have had a chance of getting all the way down. The thing is, too, even if she goes OB deep, it's just an easy par from
Totally.
there. But that
It's gonna be-
mistake is
yeah.
a little costly.
Just a bit.
We'll see what she has to work
She's
with.
pretty far up there still. Oh, what a
What?
shot from Henna.
Yeah, that comes in absolutely perfectly. It's so difficult to do here because you can't see the basket. You can't see the hill. You're just kind of having to like throw an imaginary line that you know
And
exists.
just trust yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How does anyone do that?
Evelina's far enough, though, where she can almost see down
Yeah.
onto the green.
Fantastic. Wow.
Wow.
Can Ella see it? If she can't, she's close to being able to. Leaves it a little farther than you'd like. It's so weird when you're up on that hill. It's going to look like regular basket height, but it feels so scary. Oh, Holyn taking it in line with the basket, so able to get a little bit better line on it.
And pretty good speed. Crawls over the wall, but it looks like it probably checked up.
Yeah, she's probably only 10 feet, but it's just going to be an awkward nose-up putt. Ella for birdie. Yeah.
A little bit of a tailwind as
Yeah,
well.
I'm glad we get to see this angle. Like, look at that. It's silly.
Oh,
Great putt. I can't wait to ask Holyn if she only plays this game to get highlight eagles. Nice birdie from Henna.
a nice finish after a rough few holes.
Yeah, the Finn's finishing strong. Let's see. Is Kristen Tatar? I believe her and Eveliina are tied.
A lot more green on the back nine than on the front, which is very odd.
Atypical compared to what we've seen. Kristen Tatar with that 10 down round in a tie for first with Eveliina. We're going to see her join the lead card. Holland's going to get bumped down to chase. Ella, Hansen, Henna, Blomroos both going to stay on lead card. And pretty tight.
Yes, not a ton of scoring separation necessarily. Wow, Kristen really just shining today and on this windy day where everyone else struggled just a little bit. You can see even down into the top 15, we're not seeing as many players as far under par. Yeah, we can just zoom through this bottom of the
Oh, don't
list.
point it out. Don't point it out.
yeah,
Show our faces.
And moving up,
Oh, God.
moving up 5 spots too to be in first place on moving day. Like
Yeah.
that is what you're supposed to do out here.
Yep, she
Some
moved.
people move up, some people move down.
Yeah,
It
that
just depends on you.
is what happens.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We have one more round. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're your two huggies.